Alright everybody, this is the morning of day 4, Thursday morning. We got a pretty good thunderstorm that came through right around sunrise this morning, right as the sun was coming up. I actually got a little bit wet. I didn't have my tarp on my hammock properly, and the wind blew the tarp over and I started getting rained on at like 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning. But not too bad. I managed to save the sleeping bag and everything, so my stuff is still dry, so not too bad. We're just trying to figure out what we're going to do. We've pretty much tore up most of camp. The only thing we still have left is our food, which is actually still hanging. We haven't even taken it down yet this morning. And Tony's tent, which we're going to leave up for now until the weather clears up a bit. And then once the weather clears up a bit, we're going to try to make it down to Owl Lake, which is our campsite for tonight. It's been kind of iffy all morning. It's starting to get a little bit blue skies ahead of us here, so we're kind of just hanging out now. Gonna keep Tony's tent up until the last minute just in case. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it just all blows over here in the next hour or so, and then me and Tony can make it on to Owl. Alright, so we've now had about 30 minutes or so of these nice clouds, so I think we're gonna take off. Tony's finishing packing his stuff now. I'm gonna go on one little last sweep here and make sure we didn't forget anything. So let's take a look and see. Obviously we got the litter bag, but we'll grab that. This is where I was storing my stuff yesterday. We'll take down our bear bag line in a minute. There's Tony packing up the rest of his stuff. This will give us a chance to go on a quick tour. What's this? It's a big piece of plastic back here. I don't think that's from us, but we're gonna grab it anyway. Anyways. There's a big one here. I can't believe I haven't seen it yet. Really, I'm walking around right now trying to see if we have any stuff we left behind. This is where I was camped the first night. I'm real glad I moved though, because I would have got even more soaked here. Let's go back this way. See if I can find where my hammock was last night. It was right here and right here between these two trees. So yeah, like I said, last night it was right here. Luckily I had sun protection so I wasn't getting completely destroyed, but it was coming down pretty hard. And my tarp got blown over to like this area, and then I ended up with a bunch of water. I was like literally laying out of the hammock, just grabbing onto the tarp, trying to hold it over top of me, trying to hide my sleeping bag underneath me, so I could at least in between, like between me and the sleeping pad, so I could at least keep it dry. Because if everything else in there gets wet, it's no big deal. But if the sleeping bag gets soaked, that sucks. Nothing worse than a soaking wet sleeping bag. But luckily that didn't happen. Although my arms got drenched, my shirt's still drying. So yeah, we'll walk over here by where the bathroom is. I don't know if we've showed anybody, or at least on camera, I should say, where the bathroom situation here is. They built these nice wonderful boxes for you. They're not that wonderful really, but they're better than nothing really, because then people will be pooping all over this island and that would be unpleasant. Let's just make sure we didn't leave anything here. Doesn't look like anything there. This is a nice tour of our island, by the way. We're going to do the whole loop here. Back up the other side, and here we are. Definitely going to check down by, you can see there's the other side of Tony's tent. Let's go see how the weather has done in the last 5 minutes. Man, looking good actually. I'm feeling better now than I was just a few minutes ago. Look at all that blue. So yeah, as soon as Tony's ready, we're on to Owl Lake. Alright, just made it to our first and only portage of the day. Made it across Linda Lake, which is our first obstacle. It's kind of windy, huh, Tony? Yeah. Kind of windy, but we made it. Yes. Not too bad. So now we're going to carry this thing 1,300 meters to Owl Lake, and that's where we'll stay tonight. So, wish us luck. Break time number like 3 now. I don't even think we're halfway. I'm not even sure if we're halfway yet.
Pretty nice day.
It has turned into a nice day.
Nice and windy.
I know the breeze is keeping the bugs at bay. Almost feels like I'm back at home in the woods right now. Actually does look a lot like home.
Not for me.
But yeah, gonna take a break. Okay, I'm gonna muscle up some more strength and keep going. What was that?
It feels great. It's the greatest feeling in the world when you finally see water.
Yeah, you can set this big thing down.
Getting ready to go here. Howell Lake is where we're at. We're gonna go find our campsite, and should be a good time, I think. Found some more plastic on the ground. It sucks. Gonna pick it up and then we'll go. All right, day number 4. Sorry, so I'm not sure where we updated you guys last, but we made it to our lake. I think I showed you that. And then we paddled down to our campground here. I should say our campsite. And it was against a lot of wind for sure. Took a while to get down here. We passed 2 sites along the way, and one of them was taken. So the other one was like right next door, so we didn't want that one. So we ended up coming down here. Honestly, not the best campsite in the world, but far from the worst too. It's totally doable. It's kind of nice actually, the more I look at it, but it's just not a whole lot of room. It's basically just what you see here on the camera, and there's like a little trail that goes maybe, I don't know, 10-15 yards off into the woods that way. So it's a little bit crammed, but it's not too bad. The weather has definitely calmed down though, for sure. Like I said, when we were coming over here, it was crazy trying to get across this lake. Right now it's nice and calm and would be easy to do. We got back, we set up camp because we were still worried it might rain. Last night, as I think I told you guys, I got wet. It rained first thing in the morning and my tarp came off my hammock and I ended up just like sitting there in the rain. But it wasn't too terrible. I managed to do all right to stay dry. But tonight, to make sure that's definitely not going to happen, I put up the other tarp that I brought just in case. So now I am almost certainly not going to get wet unless there's like some kind of hurricane force wind or something. Some stuff over there. Like I said, Tony's sleeping in the tent. I was hoping after we set up camp that me and him would go out canoeing, but no, he wanted to take a nap instead. And the problem with our canoe is that it's quite difficult to maneuver with only one person. It's pretty big, so I mean, I could do it, but you kind of like sit really awkwardly in the middle, and it's just not a whole lot of fun with only one person. Maybe after we have some dinner and he took a nap, he'll feel better and we'll go out for a nice evening ride. But I think we're gonna have rice and beef jerky as our dinner tonight. So I'm getting ready to make some rice and beef jerky and go from there. And before that though, I gotta drink some water. I'm super dehydrated, so I made myself 1.5 liters of nice clean water. And I'm going to basically find a nice log to sit on and drink all of this. So, wish me luck. But yeah, we'll probably go wake up Tony here soon, so maybe I'll show you that. Alright, second to last meal now. It's going to be rice and beef jerky. Tony's still sleeping. He told me he's looking forward to this one, but he's still sleeping, so I'm going to get it going. It's probably like 6:30 or so right now. So I'm hoping to whip up some rice and beef jerky, tempt Tony out of his tent, and then maybe we can get back on the canoe and head out yonder. Wouldn't that be nice, huh? But we'll see. For now, let's start with just cooking. You can see I'm a little ways away from where we're sleeping. I'm probably just gonna cook and eat right here, right next to this log. So, all right. So that is rice and beef jerky. And look who's coming finally from his slumber. Is that Bigfoot? It's not Bigfoot. There's some rice. Put it in there, Tony. And then there's a bag of beef jerky. Grab a handful. Have a seat somewhere. I've even been sitting there eating. and getting increasingly dark on the horizon, which makes me think it's going to rain. Not much of a detective, but I bet it's going to rain. Be alright. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't rain because I wanted to go on the canoe. Especially now that I've bribed Tony to come out of the tent with food. But Tony's just off to do the dishes, and we just realized tomorrow's our last day. How do you feel about that, Tony? How do you feel about tomorrow being our last day?
I feel like it's been long enough.
You feel like it's been long enough?
Yeah, no, I'm not ready to go.
Oh! Tony's like, I'm sick of this shit. Get me out of here. Where's the car at? Is the car over there? I'm out of here. Where's our KFC? Actually, Tony's been talking about Canadian McDonald's a lot. Tony wants that Canadian McDonald's. Maybe he'll get his wish on Saturday. Alright, so here is our night number 4 camp. Got my better camera out here before the rain came in too hard. Paddled in earlier today on this lake, which doesn't look too bad right now. It's kind of hard for you guys to see it, I think. But it's not too bad right now, but earlier today it was quite windy and quite difficult.
Hi.
Tony's a little tired on day 4, I think. What do you think, Tony?
Great.
Feel great, he says. We're doing good. Alright, so it looks like the storm might be blowing over here. Like I said, we were worried earlier that it was about to storm. However, down on the lake at the moment, it actually looks pretty nice. Let's see if we can get down there without dying. Alright, so here's the view on the lake at the moment. It's rain coming in off the lake a little bit. So we've used no sunscreen so far, huh? Can't believe I even brought sunscreen. We're covered head to toe all the time because there's so many bugs. Of course we don't need sunscreen. Alright, so this is the garbage, this is the food, that's the pot. We're gonna go hang all this stuff into air. So here is the, oh man, immediately get a bug to the eye. So here's the rock, that I used to get the line up over that tree. Now we need to untie this. There you go. Well, there we go. We got a nice sunset going down there now. There it is. See if you can see it through the trees. The GoPro doesn't do so good. I think the bugs are worse here. Actually, I think we got used to being on the island where the bugs were a little bit less because, man, there are tons of bugs around. Let's see if we can get a little shot of them here. There's like this opening here. It looks like there used to be a big tree right here they cut down. And man, there are bugs everywhere. But that's okay. Okay, still evening time, sundown. It's going well tonight. Pretty skies at least. The sky has cleared up. Hoping maybe it stays clear all night. Get a nice shot of the stars again. That'd be cool. But we'll see. Probably going to be going to bed here in a couple of minutes. So this is probably going to be it for night number 4. And we will pick up tomorrow at our last day, which is day number 5. Last full day anyway. And tomorrow night will be our last night.